Grand Rising, brothers and sisters. Today we're going to be reading from Genesis 20. Now Abraham moved on from there into the region of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while he stayed in Gerar, and there Abraham said to his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said to him, "You are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She is a married woman." Now Abimelech had not gone near her. So he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Did he not say to me, 'She is my sister'? And didn't she also say, 'He is my brother'? I have done this with a clear conscience and clear hands." Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. This is why I did not let you touch her. Now return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all who belong to you will die." Early the next morning, Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham in and said, "What have you done to us? How have I wronged you that you have brought such great guilt upon me and my kingdom? You have done things to me that should never be done." And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What was your reason for doing this?" Abraham replied, "I said to myself, 'There is surely no fear of God in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife.'" I'm going to stop there. The first thing that I learned from reading this passage is that you should never speculate about another person's relationship with God, because we see that Abimelech was able to communicate with God in his dreams. The second thing that I learned is, do not discount your dreams, that your dreams are very important because we are spirit in part, and a lot of communication is done through your spirit man when you are sleeping. The third thing is that God is gracious and a loving God. He can stop you from sinning if he so chooses to. And the fourth thing is that God will protect you. He will go ahead of you and make a way, because we see that Abraham was a prophet, and he went ahead of Abraham, and instead of Abraham having to interact with Abimelech and for them to be any conflict between the two, he went before him in a dream and he communicated with Abimelech and made a way for Abraham to escape this. And the fifth and last point that I learned in this is that God will defend you. He will defend you. And when someone says to me that God is all fire and brimstone, we see here that he is a loving father, a protector, and he tries to right sometimes our wrong. Sometimes people do things that are wrong for the right reasons. I always say that people use the knowledge that they have at that time to deal with a situation, and he's gracious, you know. That is my synopsis on this portion of Genesis 20. May God bless you and have a wonderful day.